After over 4 months worth of wait, we are finally back in the present timeline, and what an amazing chapter to resume the story this is. We now know who the traitor is, and we get to see Luffy, Kid, and Law appearing in a badass fashion to take down the forces of Kaido. Yo. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Right away, we see the scene where Denzero and Hiyori talk about maintaining their cover and waiting for 20 years till the scabbards show up. Denzero also requests Hiyori to carry some blood hidden in her kimono just in case Orochi gets a bit out of control. They finally get to use it in chapter 933. Then the scene transitions towards Orochi and Kaido, where Orochi is freaking out about the scabbards potentially showing up. Kaido asks Orochi to keep them alive because he needs to ask the Kozuki remnants of something. I found this really interesting. Like, what could he be wanting to ask them about? I think this has to do with the Hidden Century and the One Piece itself, and possibly the 3 ancient weapons. What do you guys think about it? Following that, Orochi tells a tale of someone who was also a Kurozomi. This certain someone was born in a family of theater actors who were killed on stage during a performance. He completely lost his personality as a result and the reason to live, and went to Orochi to seek help. Orochi gives this man a devil fruit and asks him to live as a Kuzoki thereafter. He slowly started to truly live as an underling to Oden, while also continuously supplying some bits of information to Orochi. Then we get some narration that finally leads to the current timeline of the story. We start where we left off in the chapter 959 4 months ago, where the scabbards think that their plan had failed once again but decided to take on Kaido anyway and set sail on a tiny little boat. Continuing that, Kinemon has a conversation on board about the possibility of a traitor amongst them, but not wanting to know who it could be. This was so lame, to be honest. Kiku thankfully brought him to some sense that he should be proactive in finding out who the enemy informant is and ordering them to finish him off. They were a tad bit too late though, as the traitor reveals himself, and it is none other than Kanzuro. The fandom had long suspected Kanzuro that he was up to no good, and finally this man is confirmed to be a snitch. He goes on to explain that he wanted to die with the scabbards along with Oden 20 years ago, and thus fulfilling a perfect role. The Kanzuro that the scabbards knew never truly existed, and the person they had been interacting with all along was just a husk of a man who once existed, who lost his family to a mob violence. Kinemon cuts him in anger, but it was revealed to be a drawing, and the real Kanzuro was standing on the shore with Momonosuke in his grasp on the orders of Orochi. While all of this was happening, some ships of the Beast Pirates appear, and they begin to target the scabbards. As the Beast Pirates are about to take on the scabbards, they get hit by an incoming cannon fire. The Beast Pirates are confused about who it could be as they see a ship riding merrily on the waves. Kinemon notices something at the bottom of the ocean, and out comes a giant submarine taking the scabbards on board. We see another cannon fire hit the Beast Pirates as a third ship appears. Kanzuro watches the entire thing go down in disbelief and remarks that he wasn't warned about any of it, as Luffy scolds the Beast Pirates for trying to blow up the scabbards on a tiny boat. The chapter ends with the panel that frankly had me up my chair. Luffy, Law, and Kid boldly making a stand in front of the mighty Beast Pirate fleet and challenging them to a battle. This was such a goosebump moment, yo. I am so glad that we are finally back to the present. As much as I enjoyed seeing Oden with Roger and Whitebeard, I was starting to miss the characters from the present timeline. Oda definitely brought us back from the flashback with a bang. Easy 10 by 10 chapter. What did you guys think about this? Comment down below with your thoughts, or join the Discord to rave on further about it. Also, follow me on Twitter. I am Big Doc, and I will see you later. You guys take care.